First, some plugs to get out of the way. Dexter, you've been streaming lately.
Yeah.
So head
now
on
twitch.tv/STSDexter.
Exactly.
Check out the Dexter channel.
He's the only one of us who has a computer capable of doing this.
Yes, yeah, we don't.
So until me and
Got a new
Boss...
computer?
We might be playing with him, but
Yes.
he'll be the one streaming.
So far, we've done a little Hearthstone, because
Uh-huh.
we have just recently...
Yep.
We're late to that game.
Let us know what you
Boss
want
and
us
I
to
were
play.
playing.
Yes,
Jingles?
give us suggestions.
I'll
and
announce
we'll
it
play
on Facebook whenever we play.
And what's our
Also-
Facebook, Boss?
Our Facebook is...
Facebook.com.
It's just shooting the shit, right?
I think Shooting the Shit on Facebook. Look it up.
Hey, well, I have buttons for everything on the Twitch TV.
Head on over
phone.
twitch.tv/STSDexter. He's always playing games nonstop. It's insanity.
Yeah, our Facebook...
Nonstop. I'm not doing it now,
he
but
quit
nonstop.
He quit his job.
Yeah, I wish.
Our Facebook community page is just shooting space the space shit. Shooting the shit.
There you
Pretty
go.
straightforward.
I'm really excited
right.
about the stream. I really want to see
Like
you.
us.
It should announce, too, much to everybody's detriment who follows me on Twitter, because
And what's
every
that
time
Twitter?
I start streaming, I'm at STS Dexter, but every time I start streaming, it sends out like a tweet saying,
Right.
now streaming, but we had some technical difficulties last time, so I ended up sending out like 3 or 4 tweets.
And whenever...
It was only 3.
Whenever you announce the stream, always do hashtag STS Live.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I plan on playing a lot of retro games, and we'll see what suggestions come
What do you
in.
want us to play? Yeah.
And keep an eye out, because this is your chance to deal with us one-on-one live. I'll be in the
Right.
chat. I'll be on
Yeah.
Skype.
Yeah. You
be
can
nuts.
yell at us, get an immediate response.
You could tell me how I
Yeah.
You are
suck.
no longer restricted by a comment with a week wait to a reply.
Exactly. You could be like, hey, Oxnard, you talk too much about dragons. Or,
I
hey,
smell you through my speakers.
Hey,
Why do
Dexter.
you want to have sex with zombies?
Stop wearing so much
why do I
cologne.
want to sexually harass zombies?
What's with you guys and looking into guys' buttholes?
Boss, why don't you like guys with big lips?
Exactly. There you go. It's all there, and that's your chance. Get in there and chat. Watch us play.
Yeah.
Give us suggestions for
Follow
games.
us.
Tell your friends.
Follow
And
us
tell their
there.
friends.
But odds are you'll be banned the second you go in.
Or
It's super
it's just going to be the same,
super
like
exclusive.
three viewers and followers. Just
I'm going to be
us.
modding the chat, and I'm bringing down that ban hammer.
Well, we'll see
hard.
about that. I don't know. You
The
gotta
slightest
you gotta
negativity.
earn your modding responsibilities.
Meanwhile, Jingles just gets to be a mod.
Well, to be fair, boss said help me
that's
set it
when I
up,
was
and he
setting
did
up.
that.
I just mod him.
Yeah.
I thought there was people were just going to start flooding in.
Yeah, he thought, oh
watching.
god, we got somebody who's gonna wrangle this in.
We need some moderator quick.
comments.
Hey!
I know we're starting.
Hey, Dexter.
Oh, hi, Oxnard.
Hi, boss.
Hi, you Oxnard.
Didn't see you guys come in.
Just wandered on in
Cheers.
for our weekly discussion of the show.
Tap our glasses of Chardonnay.
Stellar Artois.
Touch our tips.
Let us gingerly touch our tips.
Sword fighting, as boys are wont to do.
Don't cross the streams.
Ghostbusters.
Don't cross the streams. That's weird. I've never done that. Have you?
No,
Yes? You just made a yes face.
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
That's exactly what someone would say if they cross.
If they cross the
You
streams.
mean, have I pissed in the same toilet with another man?
and cross streams.
No, I've never pissed in the same toilet with another man.
but cross streams.
well, I've crossed
Doesn't
streams.
have to be the same toilet.
But they were. Oh yes, it was more I pissed on the guy's
just pissed
shoe
on a
next
guy.
to me. Yeah.
you asshole. How did you do? Why'd you do that to him?
Oh, it was an accident.
Oxnard, he pissed on your shoe?
We piss together all the time. You just don't remember.
Yeah,
Just
I'm-
drunken
I'm
nights.
always drunk. Whoa, late night.
Oh, he slipped some something.
Slips him a Mickey, and next thing you know, I'm pissing all over him.
That's
Just how
my-
he likes it.
That's my turn on.
Ugh.
So
You
far,
sick
this is
bastard.
I'm a
discussion
piss
of Game of
freak.
Thrones.
Sick bastard.
I'm all about the piss.
Last week it was looking into men's assholes. This week it's him making me piss
Oh,
all
yeah.
over him.
The-
Tune in next week. See what kind of perverts we are.
This episode is episode 2. I believe it was called
House of Black and White, wasn't
House of Black and White.
House of Black and White.
Before we get into the discussion proper, we're going to
Proper.
we're going to read your comments.
Comments. Gaming shenanigans.
Left an essay. Speed through it.
Oh, see, I don't understand. Hold on.
How to read?
Pause. No, you don't have to pause it. But I'm just talking to you guys here. I can't read that one.
Read
For
it-
some reason, the app cuts off. I can't get the whole comment.
Well, read until
look,
it-
it just goes ... and then it ends.
Read until it ends, and then I'll just pick up
All
where
right.
you leave off.
Right here. All right, anyway.
Did you click it?
No, I didn't. Reply. That's what it comes up with. Anyway. Gaming shenanigans. The flashback with Cersei and Maggie the Frog isn't the first one in the books, but it is in the show. In the books, Ned has one too, of the fight at the Tower of Joy. They did leave out something from the books, though. She's told that when her world has finally come crashing down around her, the Valonqar, little brother, will kill her. One of the things with Loras Tyrell is that his story has changed a ton from the books.
It has.
Yeah, definitely. In the books, he's Kingsguard, and he's off fighting the war. That's right. Taking Dragonstone, I think. I think you are right. In the show, he's been kind of left with nothing to do, which is rather disappointing.
Horny gay guy.
Oh, he's doing something. He's
doing
doing
a lot.
quite a bit, actually.
He's getting a lot done.
Oh, yeah. He was pretty interesting in the books for a bit character. Now he's just the camp gay guy hanging out being all randy because reasons.
I was disappointed.
Idle hands are Loras's dick in a guy's butt.
That's a
Right?
saying that they
That's
say.
that old tale.
That's an expression.
Yeah, I heard it before.
Good job, Dexter.
Somebody accused me of that once.
I think Shakespeare. That was in
Yep,
Hamlet.
it was him,
It was
son of
Hamlet.
a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me what to do.
I'm concerned.
I'm concerned that Varys and Tyrion are going on a road trip because it changes
right.
a bunch of things, and some characters might not be appearing.
One character.
Also, who knows what kind of trouble they're going to get into? They just start showing clips of the movie Road Trip. Tom Green makes an appearance in the series now. Sansa and Littlefinger leaving the Vale means things from the books have changed again. Though there are parts in the books... See, this is where it fucking cuts me off.
Though there are parts in the books they're up to were a little bit on the side of filler material. Seems like the whole Vale plot line is going to be dropped in that case, which is intriguing. All right, just let us know, boss, if we're going into spoilers here. The guy you're thinking of with Lord Slint is Sir Alistair Thorne. Yes, I think we were struggling to figure out the guy.
Yes, that's right. That's
Alistair
right. For whatever reason, I could not remember that guy's name.
I actually rather like this adaptation of him. In the books, he comes across as a complete ass with nothing to make him interesting. In the show, he is still that, but he's an actual leader. He's got some redeeming qualities. I agree. Melisandre might have been asking Jon whether he was a virgin for the same reasons as Gendry, the bastard she leeched. He's got king's blood, either through Ned, because the Starks were kings of the North and were never technically disposed, or if the R plus L equals J theory is right. Both his parents... See, that's the thing. People who come up with the theories, they always do like R plus J equals this. I think like R is...
Look, I don't like algebra.
Rhaegar,
Or algebra.
Rhaegar and Lannister equals J. I don't know. He won't work for the sacrifices if he's not a virgin. I do like that they seem to be speeding through the bollocks of Dany's story. For me, that was the most painfully drawn out part of the series. Even Bran was less boring, and I hate Bran with a passion. That's odd. Why would you hate Bran?
Well, because I know he just didn't like his story arc.
I don't like him much.
They haven't brought Bran up at all yet. Don't say
Yeah,
anything,
because the
boss.
kid's probably like 6 feet tall.
He had a growth spurt.
You don't have to censor me. I'm not going to spoil anything.
I don't trust you.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Okay,
Timothy Combs.
thank you.
Woot woot! You motherfuckers are back doing the Game of Thrones reviews. Been waiting what seems like forever. Love it, guys. Keep it up. And Dexter, I love you, but for someone who read the books, you know nothing, Dexter Snow.
I can't remember anything. I remember nothing.
You know
nothing, I've read the books too. I don't remember anything. Really.
I think you remember less than me, Oxnard. I'm
Well, I
shoving
think-
this onto somebody else
No,
to make myself
it seems
feel
like
better.
Oxnard remembers more than you do.
No, I'm sure he
usually.
does.
Yeah, because it's
No.
more fresh in his mind.
Well,
that's
he-
why,
he-
that's
yeah,
what I think.
that's it.
I have. I mean, I read
Who
the
knows?
books so long ago. I honestly,
All right, who else?
I've given up trying to remember.
Who's next?
Quentin Royal Grimes says, Bill Knight, the science guy. Motto, science rules. Sigil, the flaming lab coat of science. Kills at a distance with his crossbow and blinds enemies with his shiny shield. Infamous for swinging heavy weights through doorways and exploding randomly. Now hold on, do we have a night contest?
We didn't, but
Is he just saving that from last season?
I think he-
finally!
Yeah.
you know what, man? I'll sketch that and I'll put it in there. Whatever.
For you, Quentin.
That was pretty random.
Will
You won.
Yeah.
Here it is. There you go.
Big Will 1919. Stop being little pussies and just watch the first 4 episodes.
Now, okay,
I like it.
Boss has seen the first 4 episodes.
Yeah, I'm not a little pussy.
I just like...
He's a big pussy.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen the first 2 episodes, so I'm getting there. But if you've seen the first 4 episodes from the leak, you know, you have like a month now to
It's
wait.
okay. It was worth it.
A crazy guy you know says, Game of Thrones is back. Hell yeah, I'm so glad to see my favorite show on television return in such strong form. The episode was great. But as for book reference, yes, they are truncating a lot from Book 5. But they've been doing that all along. The best comparison I've heard anyone make was that George R. R. Martin's novels are like a play-by-play of a world war, and the HBO series is a 2-hour summarized lecture of the same war. Sure, the TV series is just the broad strokes, but in some cases, that is better. I have say...
tone as he goes. Ooh, that is better.
I have say, although a book, quote-unquote book reader, I do enjoy the show more as a book reader. Of course, there's been some stuff I dislike, i.e., the colossal fuck-up they pulled with the misrepresentation of the amazing chapter in which Daenerys sees her visions in the House of the Undying from Season 2, but not enough so that I don't enjoy it. The show is better than the books, in my, to some unpopular opinion. The premiere was great. I can't wait to see what happens next. I do wholly believe that the final scene of the episode will be...
Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
A little cliffhanger.
Well, he's going to get into...
How much more?
He's not about to spoil something, right? Anyway, skip that. And I will not be watching the leaked episodes. Can't wait to see your next review, guys. And hey, boss, I'd like you to guess what you think may happen next, given you're not a book reader. Well,
guess what? We're not doing that.
yeah. It's just fun to hear people's guesses. Soon enough, we'll all be guessing once the series surpasses the books.
That's my favorite part of this season is that.
Yeah, we're getting to that
unknowns for
that
me.
little edge of the
After
cliff.
After episode 4, I'll give you my episode 5 predictions.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, even though it's exciting to not know what's coming up, even though apparently I don't have any knowledge of what I read anyway. You know what it is? I can only remember like major plot points. Or at least I think that.
Yeah, little details like
like names.
All right, this one, Timothy Combs, you should do that one. I think you know what to do with that.
An ass double is not in the fucking budget, mate. No budget for a silky smooth man as you cunt.
There you go.
What was that guy's name? Neil something? See,
I
I forgot the name again.
The
What is wrong with
director,
me?
I forget. We'll look it up.
Well, you're a fucking cunt.
It's on the bloody budget, mate!
On the bloody budget, mate, you fucking asshole.
All right, next. Almost done.
Gabe Walker says,
Long time listener, first time commenter. Absolutely love you guys, and I'm so glad to see you back with some GOT goodness. I think the whole Grey Worm lookalike may have been for pure shock value. I was so excited for this season, and I just finished Dance with Dragons 30 minutes before the premiere.
Before.
Cool, bro.
hey man,
Glad you like
That would
us.
have been
Yeah.
funny if, like, they
Keep
showed the
commenting.
Unsullied guy. It was Grey Worm. He's got, like, a huge dick. Just reveals.
the Grey Worm.
Release
that is Grey
worm. Unsully this.
Unsullied.
Early bird gets the Grey Worm.
The pillars and the stones? They grew back, Khaleesi.
With a vengeance.
I'm like a lizard.
That was the most ridiculous thing. Yeah.
Dexter and this is Echo Argo. Dexter and Oxnard definitely need to do a spoiler episode. This is turning out to be quite different than the book.
We will. We'll do
Indeed.
one in the future.
Maybe.
It is.
If
It's
we
getting.
can remember anything from the books. Now I
I'm-
really am questioning myself.
Do they sell Cliff Notes for the books? Because I need to skim those before we do a spoiler episode. We're gonna be like, hey Dexter, remember when Daenerys?
Remember when Don Draper landed that big account, and then Khaleesi was like, "Nuh-uh."
Yeah, and then Chuck, he had the electrophobia, and then like all of a sudden Jack is like the leader, and Sawyer's like a real idiot about it, and he gets a headache, and he thinks he might have
And then
cancer.
Sailor Moon's like, "Come on, everybody!
Tuxedo Mask comes around, and then Hamtara's like, hey, big hamsters, little adventures.
Gotta catch 'em all!"
Power Rangers!
It's a great
Next.
great summary. Ocularis73. Great to hear you guys again. My question, and you're going to hate it. Are the cartoons officially dead, or is that one of those just don't ask kind of things? Oxnard?
I guess the cartoons are dead, but
Oxnard, calm
Well,
down.
the thing with the cartoons is
He's turning so
take
red.
too long to put the discussion out if we had cartoons, because it takes a while to draw.
Yeah.
it's time consuming.
And we wanted the episode
it's
to be
also
out
the
sooner.
amount of effort didn't match the reward.
Oh, is that what it's about?
I understand, like, people like
it's
the
not
cartoon-
about just the work itself.
Yeah, but I have to do other stuff.
I'm disgusted. No, Oxnard basically he edits
Here's the
everything
thing.
right now, and then he has to, in addition to all that, then he'd have to do everything that he already does. He'd have to do the cartoons. It would just
Yeah, and
take
I
so much.
just
of his
don't
time.
have time, and like you would get the episode with cartoons, but it'd be like a month later, and it wouldn't be relevant. And also, I'm glad I did the cartoons for that season because that I love that season. I love that book, so I feel like I did the cartoons for the thing that was worth doing the cartoons for.
Yeah.
Now I guess I could draw.
Well, maybe
cartoons,
now
but-
too. What we can do is now, once I maybe like in the next couple of weeks, I can help you edit stuff.
Yeah,
And then free you up, and then who knows what'll happen.
who knows? They're not officially dead, but it's just no real plans to get them back.
Just
but
don't ask.
Not in the fucking budget,
It's
mate,
not in the
you
bloody
fucking
budget. That's
cunts.
exactly it.
You cunt.
Go back to our old discussions. Enjoy those cartoons. There's a lot of work was put into those.
Yeah, the
I
inventor.
don't even have that one here.
GOT is back, thank fuck. I thought this was quite a slow episode, but I was not disappointed. Well, ellipses, apart from the fact that Daenerys now covers her naked form up, and the overall ratio of female to male nudity has switched. We need more violence and female nudity for next week.
Why am I watching this show if not for violence and female nudity?
Yeah, did you see how many clothes Daenerys was wearing this episode?
Yeah, she was really. Maybe she changed her mind about everything. 'Cause now she's
Unbelievable.
in that Terminator movie.
Wearing three
So
coats.
she's like, I can't be doing this anymore.
Oh, that's right. That is her.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Connor. Sarah.
Come with me if you
Sarah
want to be
Connor.
a
Sarah
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi Connor.
Come to this movie if you want to be pissed.
Nah, Drogon, come here.
to be annoyed and disappointed.
That biochemical flesh over exoskeleton. What?
I'm going to jump off into a helicopter. Helicopter.
Da mother of dragons with Drogon.
Nah, Jorah Mormont.
That was like English.
I don't know what that was. Who was that?
I don't do the Arnold.
Mother Dragons and Drogon. You don't even know what you were saying.
Yes, Drogon. I'll be back. Hey, there, little Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, do it like an English Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it's got. Ooh. I'll be back, you bastard. You wee bastard, give me a wee moment and I'll be back. I'm gonna drive me car straight through this old police station.
Yeah, so an English Schwarzenegger is just a Scottish guy?
Yeah.
Oh, you said English? I thought you said Scottish.
No, English Schwarzenegger.
Pardon me, I'll be back in a moment.
You're just saying his line.
You have to combine the
What am I
Austrian
supposed to be doing?
combine them.
Da.
I'll be back.
I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying. I am saying that.
That's
You
the
said you
problem.
wanted an English accent.
But an Arnold English accent.
Oh, I'll be back, cheerio.
There you go.
I don't know what that sounds like.
All right, we're going to start the show.
Oh, yeah. I'll be back from the Midwest. Yeah.
That's more of like
How
a
about,
Swedish.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Flurgen, Durgen.
Let's see how you've come with me if you want to live.
That's just like a
German
polite.
Schwarzenegger.
That's practically what he is. I know. He's Austrian.
Do a German
yeah.
Schwarzenegger.
Impossible.
All right, hold on. All right, so here's our discussion. Dexter, boss, what did you think of episode 2, boss?
Episode 2.
It was amazing. I just have to see this
huh?
and
I just have to remember what happened.
what is isolated in this episode. And
I
then
loved
I'll
it.
talk about it more.
I loved it. I just have to remember.
I know
what
I liked
happened.
it. Yeah, I know I liked it.
I like that you got to see. There was a scene in Dorne with
You got to
Oberyn's
see Oberyn
paramour.
again. I love Oberyn.
Any chance you get to see Oberyn again is a good
Yeah.
episode,
can't
even if
wait
it's in
till-
the previous.
Isn't Oberyn like one of the best fantasy characters?
He's fucking awesome. Yeah,
Like he's up there with Gandalf. For
and
me.
Guillermo?
he's awesome.
Guillermo. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
He's the
going
man.
there. I'm throwing myself in that. Guillermo, as
I have
good
a-
as Gandalf, the horrible character I made for D&D,
I have
As
this,
good as Gandalf.
I have this idea for like an assassin character who like he's really quick.
Okay, fast
And
assassin.
he lets you know he's gonna kill you.
Never heard of such a
Let
thing.
Can
you
you
know
name
he's
me
gonna kill
one
you.
slow assassin?
No,
I think assassins are pretty quick.
Well, here's the thing, though. He lets you know he's going to kill you, and you try to chase him, try to stop him. You can't. You get tired. Slow
Wait,
down.
I don't understand. He
And
goes up to you
feeds-
and says, "I'm going to kill you," and
No,
then
I
you have to
picture-
chase him.
I picture him somehow getting you out into the middle of nowhere easily, and running fast.
Somehow getting you out in the middle of nowhere. We'll just
Well,
gloss over that.
well,
All right. Well,
There's a lot of people
The
traveling
episode-
through
Give
the
him
woods
an
in
amazing
this world.
character.
It could happen.
He's so fast, and he can kill you so easily. How does he do it? He somehow gets you out in the middle of nowhere and then kills you.
Well, all these people are traveling all over the world. So, I mean, he's had lots of chances to kill people.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the episode starts off with Arya. All right, she's on the ship. The Valor Morghulis coin showed it to the guy heading to Braavos.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a part in the book where they go underneath the statue and they mention the balls of the
Really?
statue?
Was there?
Weren't there big brass balls or something?
What?
Or am I making that up?
I don't know.
Maybe you thought that'd be
Shocker,
funny,
I can't
but
remember.
It didn't happen.
That's something George Martin would throw in, right? That sounds like something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why it took him so long to get that book out. He couldn't describe the brass balls just quite right for his liking.
How can I perfectly
There was a
explain?
vein on the left one that appeared, and
Why
there were
are coiled
dimples on the
pubes?
other part of the sack. Rebar pubes.
All right. Well, this is where everything starts changing from the book. The whole Arya stuff. She goes to the House of Black and White. The guy takes her in the rowboat. Looks like Venice there a little bit.
A nice romantic
Yeah.
rowboat ride.
Yeah, don't offer to help, Arya. Man, just sit there.
Yeah, hanging onto your coin, your heavy coin. Mm-hmm. That must
Weighing
be the
down
reason
the
why you can't
boat.
grab an oar.
He gets to the house. She knocks on the black door. Guy answers.
Big lips guy.
Big lips guy.
Yeah, huge
Racist.
lips. It's not racist
You're
at all.
being
His lips are fucking
racist.
big. Are you kidding me? If somebody's lips are
Big
big,
lips guy.
it has nothing to do with his skin color.
You are such a racist.
Are you kidding me? Watch this when it comes back up.
We just started.
He's got these
I know,
melted
I-
face with these big lips.
Okay.
He
talk
always,
about-
He always goes there.
Don't talk
There's no
about
reason
Morgan
for it.
Freeman like that.
Oh my. So
Watch when
You
he
are
comes
such
back
a
up.
they don't let her in.
He looked like a
Okay,
fish.
that's
he
what
looked like a
happens.
fish in a hooded
So
robe.
fishman.
Arya is flipping the coin. A day passes, and then she starts.
It is the House of Black and White, though. So there you go.
That has nothing to do with it.
So if she knocked on the white
Guy had
door,
big
would a
lips.
white guy with big lips answer?
Racist. You're still a racist.
what? You're racist because you think
Just because
that was
just
racist.
because a white guy has big lips, you hate him.
All right. Well, okay. So
didn't
that
say
scene
it.
happens.
Just kidding.
She can't get in, and she's kind of upset, and so then the whole rest of the episode
She's
plays
also,
out.
yeah, she's confused. What the hell?
Yeah, and because she has the coin, blah, blah, blah. And so later on, in her later scene, she kills a pigeon, which I thought looked kind of goofy.
She nailed that pigeon, though.
Yeah, that pigeon was dead meat.
Whacked that head right off.
And then she's walking away. A couple of guys are like, hey, hey, jerkhead. And she turns around, she pulls her sword, she says, just walk away.
walk away.
Walk away. And then
Walk
the
away.
guy from the
Money's-
House of Black and White shows up
Did
again.
she say something about being
Monies?
money isn't worth anything to dead men?
She's
or
like,
something?
another day, another dollar.
Yeah,
oh,
she-
yeah, she's like, oh, yeah, the guy's like, oh, no, I sold that. Could get 100
yeah.
coin for that.
For a
And
pigeon?
then- no, for the
the
sword.
sword.
I just
Oh.
said, nice sword. Pigeon?
Who are you?
It was the only pigeon to get there 1,000 years.
Rarer than dragons.
Slices its head off.
The first pigeon.
Looks like the pigeon population's coming. Oh.
Headless pigeon, that. Could get a nice price for that headless pigeon.
Not in the bloody
Let's-
budget,
let's
mate.
have it, yeah. Let's have it. Oh, then the guy from the house appears in the background. Mm-hmm. They scamper off.
They
Yeah.
run away. And
Like
they're
headless pigeons.
And then it's revealed that he's...
Dun dun dun. The guy who gave her the coin.
Or
We're making this
or
so
the black
retarded.
guy can change into that guy.
Yes, he's a faceless man.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's what they
Who
do.
knows where he started?
Is that his real face, or did you just choose one that she'll recognize?
Exactly.
Maybe
And then-
maybe he's Robert Baratheon.
What's the guy's
Look at the lips on this guy.
Come on.
I'm not.
What?
Look at that.
Yeah? How about that?
Come on.
I don't know, boss.
I don't know what's going
At
in.
least
I don't-
4 times.
You're
my
making this
lips.
up. I don't know what's happening.
Well, you've got thin, like very thin lips. Weak
I always
lips.
thought I had normal lips until this guy came along.
He's got power
Shamed
lips.
me.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
The thing with the
Dexter.
faceless men, yeah, you do have a point, boss. That guy could change faces all he wants.
Yeah.
He also said when she
they
says
do.
his name, he's like, that name is like
Could be a
nothing,
woman.
basically. And then he's like, that is no man, and that's.
Have you heard the
that's what
theory-
that is no one, and that's what the girl must become.
Have you
She
heard the
must become no
theory
one.
of who was the blade dancer who taught Arya?
Oh, Sirio de Bergerac.
The theory is that he
is
was
that
the
his name,
faceless. He was that guy.
Oh man,
That was one of his. Because you never officially see him
so
die.
awesome.
That's
So
a
he didn't
theory.
die?
Because
So
I
he didn't
love
die?
that guy.
They never, even in the book, it cuts.
Yeah, cuts. You don't know.
Cuts, and they never say like he's definitely
He had
dead.
a broken wooden sword against 2 guys, but he's supposed to be good, you know?
He's
Yeah,
the best.
He
Maybe
like
he
knocked
got
him
it.
out.
Water dancing, right? Isn't that
Maybe
what
he
it's
got
called?
it.
I remember the guy who later on he tells the.
I like that theory.
He tells the king like, "Oh yeah, he was killed or something." That guy could just be lying. He could have just been embarrassed that he got knocked out by this guy with a wooden sword, and so he's just lying and saying. But other people.
Who was the guy that claimed he killed him? Was it Meryn
He was that
Trant?
jerk off who was always around with Joffrey, who like
Sir Meryn.
Yeah, he smacked Sansa.
Yeah, that's
when-
the guy who she's that's one of the guys on her list. She's sitting outside
Yes,
the
yes.
house of Black and White, and she's fiddling with the coin after she was turned away.
Yeah.
And she's just doing her mantra, her prayer that she says before every night, where she lists the names of the people she wants to kill.
Honestly, he looks like a guy from Braavos, because the sailor looks almost just like that guy, right?
Yeah.
The captain who brought her here?
very good.
Looks
Yeah,
very
that's a good
similar.
point. It does look very similar. Well, they're both Braavosi.
That's
so
what I mean.
But the
that
thing
makes
is,
sense then.
people
Yeah.
have shot holes in the theory because they were saying like Syrio's been there for years, and why would this faceless man be there for years, just waiting for this one chance to teach her and stuff like that. But it is a cool idea.
It's a cool idea. It is a cool idea.
I
So-
like the idea.
I like it too. There's a lot of ideas people put out there that I wish would happen on the show and in the books. Just have to wait and see. Next is a Pod and Brienne scene. This is all new.
This is good, too.
Yeah. Pod's getting some munch on, and
Well,
then he's like, hey,
he's
I'll
checking
take
out-
some more ale.
Yeah, he's checking out the waitress.
He'd probably kill her with his
I mean, at
giant
this point-
dick,
He
though.
Yeah.
At this point, aren't they just going to have Pod and Brienne just like bang?
No.
He's the only one. He's the only one with a dick big enough for her to handle.
That can satisfy
Every other
that
man,
gigantic
it's
woman.
like it's not even there.
I don't think she has any concern for that.
Well, the book, you know.
Why? She was in love with Renly. She's not
really,
gay.
was
Is
she?
that what you mean? She's
I'm not
she's a
saying
lesbian.
that.
I think
I'm
she
not
likes
saying
gay
that.
guys.
I'm saying she does.
She has terrible gaydar,
I'm saying she's
but
asexual.
she's not gay. Oh yeah,
Not
yeah,
interested.
right. She's not concerned with things
Yeah.
of a cardinal nature.
So they have this scene in this little tavern, I guess.
Definitely
An
a
inn?
tavern.
Yeah.
Pod immediately notices, well, not immediately, after staring at the waitress.
He immediately notices. He
notices-
basically ate for
he
45
notices
minutes.
little finger.
But all of a sudden, Pod's like, pigeon! Anyway.
And then he says Sansa Stark's there, and so Brienne, she gets up, she goes over, there's 2 knights there, and then Littlefinger's like, oh no, let her in.
Yeah.
And basically, she kneels down on one knee and says, I swore an oath to your mother, so I'm in your service, basically, I swore to protect you. Sansa's going along with Littlefinger's plan, and basically dismisses her.
Right.
Yeah, Sansa, I understand.
But before that, she tells Pod, like, get the horses ready, and he's like, we
Yeah.
have 1 horse.
she's like, get more.
Pod's under a lot of pressure. Sexually,
Yeah.
he has a lot to live up to.
I feel like, except for
In his pants.
except for the burden that I would be carrying in my trousers, I relate to Pod because I would be extremely nervous, and I'd be like, I feel like I'd react the same way. We only have 1 horse, and then you'd be like, get more, and I'd be like, oh god, I have to find another horse.
know.
I would just feel I could feel the stress that he was under there.
If we were medieval times, and given that we weren't like crippled or had the plague or something, what do you think? Would you make a good like squire?
Oh, I thought you said if we were at medieval times, like
No,
at the
if we-
restaurant.
if
I was
we
like,
were
why
in
would I be crippled in this scenario at medieval times?
No, if we were in the
I'm
era.
having a delicious cup of coffee.
We're in the 15th century. Is that medieval?
Oh, so what was your question? Yeah, so if I wasn't like horribly ill
Would you
or
make a good
crippled-
squire? Is what I'm
Oh.
asking. A knight who's going out for adventures. And you need to
I would probably be some faceless guy that
Why
gets killed in
why'd
a
you stand
battle.
up, boss?
My legs are falling asleep, so I stood up.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't even notice. He's just towering over me. He's about to level me here. He just pulls it. He stands up and takes his dick out.
I think I would make a good squire.
Yeah, you do? Why?
I'm good at helping people.
I don't believe that for a second. Do you?
I'd be a good squire.
I don't think I'd make a good knight.
Double-cross my
No, you
knight.
That's not a good squire. I was going to
What? What? But I'd help the Black Knights.
a good squire for a knight you're not squiring for.
Yeah.
That's what you're going
That's what you Game of Thrones.
If you're gonna double cross your knight, you're not a good squire.
Game of Knights.
I was going to say he would be a bad squire because he'd be constantly second-guessing the knight. I'd be like, Squire, bring me, this horse. Oh, no, you don't want this one. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Wouldn't you rather have a stiletto? Huh?
Yeah.
Let me slice and
I'd
dice?
go for the axe over this weapon. I don't know.
You don't like
You
flails?
would constantly, you would be such a pestery, annoying, insolent squire. And the guy wouldn't be too surprised when he stabbed him in the back.
All right. They have a big chase scene. They're running around on horses.
Yeah, they
Everything's-
tried it. What does Littlefinger say when he's like... Does he just motion to the guards to trap her?
No, basically he's like, "Why don't you become part of our group?" And the minute she says no, he's basically going like, "Okay,
Well,
she needs to be."
He was like trying to trick her into staying because
Right.
he's like, "Oh no, they're tired. This is dangerous out there. You should stay."
Mm-hmm.
And he gives them a nod like, "Oh yeah, no, let's get her to stay, and then you can
Yeah,
take
and
her
I love how she just like
gives them
pushes
that guy the hard shoulder.
Yeah, like at first you're thinking like, "Oh shit, she's fucked," and it's just
Elbow
like, "No,
to the
fuck,"
face.
and then she like, elbow to the face.
Yeah. What'd that guy say?
I like
thought
the character,
I thought he
Brienne.
called her.
She runs pretty
I thought
fast.
He dropped a
plate
C-bomb
mail,
on
though,
her.
I gotta say. She gets out of there pretty quick.
You know
ahead
how
of them.
strong she is, though?
But running fast?
She's better. She's like 3 nights in one, though, Brienne.
But running. I'm not
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a very like pro woman episode. There's like women in charge,
Yeah.
men in
tight
positions.
Men in Farge. Men in tights. Men in tights. Oh no, I gotta run in my tights.
Cersei and Jamie. So Cersei and Jamie, they have this little meeting there. Basically, she's upset because the Dornes have Myrcella. What's her name?
Wait.
Her
look this
her youngest.
It's not Myrcella, is it?
Maybe Myrcella, yeah.
Yeah, Myrcella.
Yeah, so Myrcella, she's off in Dorne. You see her later on. If that's the same kid, holy shit, that kid grew up extremely fast in 4 years.
Taller than Tommen.
Yeah,
You could tell just from a distance.
she has like a little jab at Jamie. Jamie's like, I've been serving the king. It's like, and where does that let us? Like, our firstborn was murdered.
You've never been a father to these kids, and then he's like, if I was, they'd be stoned in the street.
Yeah, and he's
she's like so unreasoning. You can't reason with her. Typical woman. Probably on the rag.
Whoa.
Right, guys?
And that Dornish kid was hitting on her. They were walking through the garden, right?
Oh,
Myrcella,
Myrcella.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And I like
Yeah.
the little thing she says, like, our second son is to marry that smirking bitch.
Smirking bitch, yeah. What's funny is I thought of you, Oxnard, when she said that, because I knew you would like that line.
I always wonder, like, how do the actors feel when you put in something like, because that is...
That's like a direct jab at her. She
Yeah.
can't help but smirk.
Yeah, she's always smirking. Like that's just what she does.
Your impersonation is great. It looks like you have palsy. This is an offensive episode.
Woman with palsy.
Knocking on women, being racist, gay jokes.
I think it's all Dexter-centric. That's what I think.
Boss.
I just made an observation.
A very racist one.
Dwarf heads. A dwarf's head is slammed on the table because everyone's trying to hunt down the imp.
You don't want to be a dwarf in this world.
Oh wait, hold on. But anyway, wait.
Yes.
Jamie.
Yes.
So now he's on a mission to go to Dorne. This strays greatly from the book.
This is I don't know what's
Really?
going on.
Yeah.
Completely
do that in
different.
the books.
In the books, he goes south, but he travels with Ilan Payne, the guy who was silent.
yeah.
But there's also other things. And
But
now
it's sort
am
of yeah.
or am I thinking of something else? Doesn't he go south? Never mind. I think I'm
Long
thinking of
water?
something else.
He has to.
Because he was like trying to.
He has to settle some disputes that are going on
during
in
a
the
battle,
south.
right?
There's some
Like
shit's
there's like
going down.
there's like a what the fuck is it called? I can't think of the word. Not a
Fingers?
stalemate. When you're like a you're like an embargo, but it's not an embargo. I'm a fucking idiot right now.
They're blockade.
A blockade.
A blockade.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to Senility discussions on.
I'm gonna have another drink.
This will help it. Yeah, in the books he does all this other stuff. Now they're rushing through it, and they're throwing in now that Bronn is going to be travel with him, which
Because he
is
takes
really awesome.
the place of
Oh, it's
Ilan
great.
Payne, right?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, man, in the book, there were so many great scenes between Jaime and Ilan Payne because Jaime was basically telling Ilan Payne all the secrets.
Yeah, because Jamie was when Bronn is training Jamie after Jamie has his new golden hand and he's trying to learn how to sword fight with his left
told me
hand.
this, I
Yeah,
think.
okay. It's actually Ilan Payne that he's
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
that with. Not
Yeah.
So they're going with that still, that now Bronn will be going with him because they have established their relationship.
And I'm glad because Bronn is just...
Bronn's awesome.
Like, Bronn is cool in the books, but in the show, they made him this... I mean, he's just so badass.
Oh, yeah, he's like one of the best characters in the show. And he's going to marry this girl, and he's like, oh, and I never thought I'd live in a place like
I know.
this.
I
He's like,
love
"You
how-
won't." And he's like, huh? And then he starts going, he inquires why. She's like, oh, that's my sister is going to live there and all this
Yeah.
stuff. And she's mean. And then he goes on this whole thing about how, oh, you're nice.
Yeah.
And she's mean.
I love how that
and mean
girl-
people get what's coming to them.
She's
Oh,
so...
she's like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
you know he's going to like, oh, I'm killing that bitch. 'Cause I'm living in this fucking house.
He's skipping stones, and she's just like this little kid.
Plotting some murder.
Like, he doesn't give a shit.
Oh, it was awesome. And then Jamie shows up and he's like, "Fuck, this is gonna this is gonna rain on my parade a little bit here."
Yeah, I love
And then
the introduction. It's just like, spare me all this bullshit.
She's
Why are you
swooning
here?
too. By the way, that was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, it's Jaime Lannister.
Well, he's looking good in his. He's looking cool in his
Oh,
outfit.
yeah, he's
though.
fit.
Oh, yeah?
He's got a cool
thought
fake
so.
I
hand.
think so, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I'd
think that was
bang
a
him.
cool?
You wouldn't bang him, boss?
No,
Want to put your dick in his butt?
you're smiling a lot. You're smiling here. You want to take that? You want? He's gonna have a gold that gold lion-headed butt plug in, and you'll be.
He's got his own special hands.
That's way too far.
That's way too far. He just said you want to put your dick in his butt.
Golden Lion at a butt plug, man?
Golden Line butt plug.
So you putting your dick in Jaime Lannister's butt wasn't as bad as that.
That's gross.
I think it's the way I say it. I think when you say it, it sounds very harsh.
It's a matter of fact when he says it.
I have a way of saying things
You
that's
say it,
very
and
subdued.
it's slanderous.
There you go. They're slanderous.
Slanderous.
I'll see you in court. Your Honor,
Your Honor, this
Honor.
man is besmirched by hypothetical self.
on a Grade Z podcast, he said I'd bang a fictional character in a fantasy show.
He said I would have to look at a butt plug that had a lion head on it. In somebody's butt.
Oh, good.
I sentence him to life without parole. My legislature.
Pound
Your
me
Honor,
in
this
the
is a
ass
civil
prison.
suit. Out of order!
Okay.
What kind of court is this?
My next note, Dorne. We're there. We're going there. This is the first scene we've had in Dorne, right?
Yeah,
All right.
I
So
believe so. That was cool. I like because this was directly from the book.
Yes. So that was the
The guard's chapter. It was from the guard's point of view. That chapter
and also it was wasn't it like the opening
the Feast for Crows.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I
Okay,
think
so that lady there, that's the lady
that's
who
the paramour that watched Oberyn get his head crushed.
Yes. Okay. And so Oberyn's brother is, I guess, kind of sitting around, lazing around,
No,
just staring
he has
off into
gout.
space.
He's
They
like,
said that in the show?
He's confined in the book. They say that he's confined
Right.
to the chair, basically.
But did they hint at that in the show at all?
Yeah, I think you see wheels on the chair.
He has a wheelchair?
Yeah, I think it's a wheelchair.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because in the book he's confined to the chair, or he's weak with gout, or he has something wrong with his legs. I don't know if he necessarily can't walk at all. I can't remember, but he's like ill in that way, and
Ilan.
he's
Pain.
illin. He's mad illin. And then she comes up, and she's basically like, "Give me Myrcella. I'm gonna
Rip her to
send her a little
pieces."
finger. I'm gonna send her a finger back, to Cersei, one finger at a time."
And he's like, we're not the kind of people who cut
Kill
apart
children.
Yeah,
and
kill
stuff.
children.
Yeah. And she's understandably enraged.
So how old is Myrcella now?
Well, how old is Tommen? 12? 13?
It's got to be like, in the
14?
books, I think he was like 10, 11.
She's got to be 15 maybe then? I'm thinking she's 15. How old was
okay.
Joffrey? Well, these kids are all older than... I always just assume these guys are old. The kids are older in the show than
Yeah,
in the
they up
books.
the ages on the show.
Yeah.
I like this Dornish guard. He's freaking huge.
Yes.
Yeah, he's awesome.
And I love his galv.
Yeah, his glaive, right? That's
glaive?
cool.
It's
Or
like a huge
halberd.
pole
Yeah, I don't know.
arm.
It's just called a spear. I don't know. It's
That
cool.
thing is fucking
I
awesome.
want to.
It is awesome.
I want to see that guy kill someone with that thing.
Yes.
That was the first thing I thought of.
She leaves.
You are sick.
She basically threatens the guy here, in Dorne because
Right.
she's like,
He looks
oh,
sickly.
well, I rule. I'm not, that's not going to, this isn't going to happen. You're not going to get your way. You're not going to be able to do what you want with Myrcella, torture her, start a war. And she's like, oh, well, you won't be ruling for long. I'm paraphrasing. And then the guard, just tips his pole arm down and starts to, like, thumb the blade a little bit. And then he just goes like, no, shakes his head no. And it's just like, Awesome's like,
That guy-
I'll take care of this fucking bitch.
That guy is so
right
ready to
now,
kill.
sir.
Just
what you
give
want,
me something to
guard,
kill.
yeah.
Just give me something to kill.
Just give me the nod.
It's been 3 days since I killed
Put
something.
me in, coach.
I'm ready. My
Born to
body is ready.
slice.
Marine. A lot going on there. What do you have to say about that, Dexter? Dario, Grey Worm, they're walking the streets, going to a house.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
Yeah,
that was a good
weird,
scene.
right?
So they're basically trying to hunt down these harpies, sons of the harpies.
Yeah, Sons of the Harpies.
Dario's strutting his stuff.
Yeah.
He's got his feathers flared. He's the cock of the walk. Other bird references. And then
I always like to imagine if they had kept Chin Guy and how different it would be.
if they.
I wish
think,
they did.
I think they honestly fired Chin Guy because
No, I don't think
Chin.
people
he
were
left.
outraged.
He left
To
because
be a rapper, right?
Yeah, to be a rapper, I believe.
What an idiot.
Should have stuck around. Not only do you get nude scenes with what's her name?
With his chin out all the time. He needs to put some pants on that thing.
Yeah, and also you get to be a cool character.
Well, anyway, I like this guy way better than Chin Guy.
Really?
I do as well.
The only thing I would have liked about Chin Guy is that I would have got to see ridiculous chin every episode he's in.
We would have had so much fodder. to
Yeah,
make
that's
fun
the
of.
only thing I'm missing is that I can't make jokes about that guy.
I know. But we have now our big lips.
But they're trying to get a lead on the Sons of the Harpy or
Sons
whatever.
of the Harpy.
And so they go into
The
this
Unsullied
house
are the worst detectives ever.
because they don't know fear.
Right.
I don't fear. And he's like, well, and so Dario's teaching him a lesson. He's like, well, that's why you're a little bit
People
disadvantaged
hide.
here because you don't understand what people will do when they're afraid. And so they're like, the house is empty. Come on, let's go. And then he takes his knife out and he stabs through the wall.
Through the wall.
And then there's
And
a
this
guy
guy-
hiding behind the fucking drywall.
First of all, that seems to make any sense. If I'm behind this drywall,
Yeah.
and you stab me, why would I suddenly be thrust forward through the wall and blow out the whole wall?
How do you get behind the wall?
How did he get there with no signs of being
Did he
there?
spackle that after?
He must have built the
and
wall.
have a friend do it on the other side?
Come on, Frank, hurry up! They're gonna be here any second.
I'm assuming there's like a little crawl space he got in, and then he got
Yeah.
behind the wall. But still, look at this.
And then why would you
Stab,
hire?
boom, flies out. Like he's launched out of a cannon.
And then
It
he's
is,
got
it
the
is,
mask with him. He might as well be wearing it.
Like, he must have had to try really hard not to break the wall before that. Because it's so soft and crumbly.
It
made of
is.
paper.
Look how thin it is.
right.
So anyway, they're gonna try this. Well, they're debating now with the council with Daenerys on like, all right, what do we do with this guy? And the former slave that's on her council is like, you have to kill him. Like they wouldn't think anything of
Right.
doing that to us. I know them because I was a part of their world for so long. No mercy. And then Barristan Selmy
Warns her.
Yeah, and he's saying,
Like,
no, we have to give a trial. I was at your father's side, the Mad King's side.
And she's like, only enemies call him the Mad King. And he's like, I'm not your enemy, but he was nuts.
I was there, and he tells these stories. I thought that was my favorite scene, actually, I think, from this episode.
What did he say? Like he burned
Well, he burned men alive with wildfire and
No,
laughed
didn't
while
he
they
say-
killed
screamed.
sons in front of their fathers.
Yeah.
Uh,
What? No, shut up! Yeah, that was a really great scene, and it actually made me remember one of my other favorite scenes from the series was when Jaime
in the hot tub?
in the hot tub,
Yeah.
is talking about
Yeah, the Mad King. Any
yeah,
reference to the Mad
that was
King?
So
is
that
always cool.
scene, I actually with Jaime, I think because Jaime's vulnerable. Because
Yeah.
at that point, he's like a smart ass all the time, especially in the books.
Yeah.
he's such a smart ass and like always has this armor up. And then he's like really like let it down, and he's telling this terrifying story, and it was just so chilling. And so that's why I loved this scene too with Barristan. And so she basically agrees, okay, we'll have a trial for this. I'm not like my father.
I loved all of her expressions, like everyone who's telling her stuff, like really good facial expressions where it's like she's really pondering and like she's debating. Like I don't know, I just like looking at her a lot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I guess
what's not to like?
Yeah. Like
All right.
She's fucking gorgeous.
So this guy, the guy takes it on himself. He kills this guy.
Yeah, the slave guy in her council, right? He kills the prisoner, so they don't get a trial. So now
He gets caught, and they bring him before, and that's he starts saying, like, I did it for you, Khaleesi. Like,
Yeah.
I owe everything to
Oh,
you. Like,
but before that, the guy says to the slave guy that before he's killed, he says, she'll never be your mother, or whatever the word is.
right.
You know, like,
Misa.
yeah, she did. Yeah, your Misa. She
Misa.
did all this stuff for you, whatever. She's not your Misa. She'll never be that. And then she ends up having this public execution for him. You see, like, both, I guess, social, the social dynamic of the slaves and the not slaves and former masters. Was that what that was? I was confused.
I think it was just people
Because
in
it was
Marine.
definitely the slaves, but then you saw these people that were dressed in more colorful clothes,
think it was just
like the blue
everybody.
and yellow.
I think
it was
yeah,
just
it was just
everybody.
everyone put together.
Okay.
But
I thought it was
all
like
the
two separate
Mariners.
groups.
yeah, the main thing is like she
The
loses
Mariners.
Yeah, she loses complete control over the whole situation. They're yelling up, "Mercy, mercy!" Like, don't kill him. Like,
We love you.
yeah, like we understand why he did it. And so Dario's there. She gives him the word. He slices the guy's head
then
off.
The hissing starts.
Yeah, that was weird. It was
Yeah.
like,
That's freaky.
Yeah, it was freaky.
And then
yeah.
the rocks start flying.
Yes.
And then Khaleesi's ushered back into the pyramid where she's been holed up, and then she's upset, obviously. Barristan Selmy's like, I'll guard your door.
and I think
And then you hear a noise, and she goes outside, and then there's
Drogon.
the dragon.
Yes.
no,
Yeah. That was awesome.
That was awesome, right?
that was very cool. And the CGI looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah.
And then he flies off again over Marine. I honestly was like,
So
is he going to start destroying stuff?
maybe, yeah,
I
just
thought that
burning
I thought
everything down.
I was honestly like, I was waiting to see like a little thing of fire come out in
Yeah.
the distance.
He starts pooping all over the townspeople.
Maybe that
Yeah,
means
they never talk about that.
the dragon scat.
Oh, he burned my boy. It'd be like,
Pissed on him.
He shit on my daughter.
He held me down and shit in my mouth, Khaleesi. What the fuck?
He shit a sheep.
In my mouth.
Oh, no.
Why was it in my mouth? Like he knew what he was doing. He's fucked up, man.
I'm still finding wool in my teeth.
So I think that's setting up.
Maybe Drogon misses her, so he came
Yeah,
to visit.
definitely. And
Yeah.
also, I think it's setting up now. She's going to have to open up the fighting pits to get the people of Marine back on her side.
Yeah,
And also,
exactly.
she wants to get the dragons out too, because I think she just feels bad about having them down there. Now that she sees Drogon.
And also, it's like she's losing control of everything. She's lost control of her dragons. She's lost the trust of her dragons. She's lost the control and trust of her people now.
Yeah. And what I like is they are rushing through her story, because in the book it goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
and on
I mean,
and
they're
on.
gonna. They could be done with her story in like an episode.
Yeah, so they're throwing interesting aspects. Okay, then there's that scene with Tyrion and Varys.
Tyrion's in another box,
Yeah.
slightly bigger than the last one.
He's
so
still
bad. You got
drinking.
booze.
How this guy is still coherent to even understand what the fuck is going on with all the drinking he's doing.
Well, I like that he's like, there's a bug in it, and he's like, well, at least you get something solid. Or Varys
Some
says
solid.
something like that. Yeah.
So he's on
Some
a
protein.
he's on a pure alcohol diet. They're traveling to a not Marine. They're to
Yeah, to Marine.
no. They're first they're making a stop somewhere to meet someone, and then from there they're going to Marine.
Oh, where are they stopping? I can't remember.
I forget. No, not Pentos. Yunkai? I forget. Someplace before that.
Rewind it. They'll say that was just the scene, wasn't it? See, that's Sir Meryn.
Oh, I forgot to talk about my favorite part.
There's still time.
Plenty of time.
Let me pause it. All right, we watched the scene. They're going to Volantis.
Volantis.
And after that, they're going to Marine. Tyrion has a good line there. We just listened to again.
Oh, because Tyrion wants to go outside for a walk, and Varys is like, you can't go outside. Cersei's offered a lordship for your head. And then he says it should be her. She should have offered her cunt, the best part of her, for the best part of me.
Good line.
Witty and dry.
Ooh, I dare say.
Even in the throes of an alcoholic stupor, he's still throwing out those one-liners.
So,
Boss, what'd you think of that scene?
I don't know, bore me a little.
what's
Too much
next?
talking. Too much talking. Not enough action. That's what boss is about.
All right, it's about action. Okay, well, let's get to the wall.
And prospects of action.
Prospects of action.
I like that too.
Possible action, and also people flying through walls that are made very cheaply.
Innuendos
people-
of what actions I might see, I like too.
All right.
Which is basically the same as prospects of action.
All right. The wall. Gilly is learning how to read.
Look
Now-
out, world.
So what's that little kid's name with the dragon scale?
Why do you keep asking me what the name
Why? Who
is?
cares what her name is?
Okay.
Stannis' daughter.
Stannis' daughter is teaching Gilly how to read.
Oh, that's a funny scene, actually.
It is. Sam is there reading up on history like a typical nerd.
Did you know that? What's his face?
Yeah.
Like he's reading comics.
No one cares.
I imagine he's like on the Half-Life 2 wiki, and he's like going through like, oh man, the Valantrians and Gordon Freeman, and look at this, City 17. Oh, look at this 7-minute war, dude. Look at this.
Starts undoing his pants as he's saying these things, sticking his hand down there.
Yes. So Stannis' wife comes downstairs, and she's like, hey. I don't want you
Get out!
I don't want you dealing with these shitheads. These people aren't right. She's
a wildling.
Yeah, wildlings and all these creepy
She's
weirdos.
And then she's like, "Have you learned nothing from your books about how terrible people are?" Mm-hmm. Because she hasn't experienced anything in the real world for herself because she's been cooped up because of her grayscale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they talk more about the grayscale and what it does to people.
Yeah, this is not in the books. I don't think.
You
Gilly
learn
talks about
more about grayscale later in the books.
Right.
But yeah, so I think they tried to introduce it here.
Right. So Gilly talks of two sisters, younger sisters that she had,
right,
who succumbed to the disease,
and they weren't allowed to go anywhere near them. They were forced to live in a cabin outside, the rest of away from everyone else. And then they were basically like they became animals. She says, and they're dragged away. Her father killed them. Yeah.
Well, she doesn't say the father killed him. She tied tied a rope around their neck
and dragged him into the forest. And then the girl goes, "Oh, then what?" And then she gives this look like. And then the girl's like, oh. But obviously, for this girl, somehow it stopped. It stopped spreading. Because the whole thing with grayscale is there's like no.
Oh, one thing we forgot to talk about
to stop it.
With dealing with like curing disease is what's the guy?
Qyburn?
Yeah, Qyburn.
Maester
like
Qyburn?
So they have that meeting with Cersei and Pycelle, and Pycelle's like upset because she's instituting Qyburn
as a small council
as the Master of Whispers now. Varys' old
and she wants her uncle to be the Master
of the Master of War.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But he won't have that.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
And
he wants to know what the king wants.
She dodges Tyrell becoming Hand because he offers, and we were talking about that last week.
Yes.
Because he's the master of ships, and
Master of ships.
and now he's also the master of coin, and he's like, ooh, that curls my mustache. Ooh, thank you, Your Grace. And then her uncle is none too pleased by the situation because Cersei's just the queen mother. That's what he says.
He staged a walk-off.
Yeah. It's a walkout! You're siding with management? Well, I just... Scab! But yeah, basically he's like, look, if the king wants me to do this, that's fine. Let him send for me. I'll be at Casterly Rock. Mm-hmm. Burned!
And I like how Qyburn, that scene with the head, he wants to take the midget head.
Oh, yes.
The dwarf head.
This would come in quite handy for my experiments.
Mm-hmm. What is this guy up to? Dr. Frankenstein over here.
Yeah, really.
But then you say, right?
No.
You go to his lab.
No.
That's in this episode.
No.
Oh, boss.
Stop
Oh, boss.
talking right now. I'm not going to give any spoilers away. No, you don't go to his lab.
They are in his lab, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, they're already there.
Those two guys
When
show
the
up.
head gets plopped down. Isn't that his lab?
No, this is
It
Gilly.
already happened. It already happened, that scene. You're
The scene I'm talking about is really short anyway.
When they plop the head down?
No. I think it's this episode.
Nope. I don't think so.
No, it's pretty much this, and then I think it goes back to Arya, and then the last thing that happens is Daenerys. That's it.
No. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought the last thing that happened was Arya, but you're right.
Yeah. Okay, so Jon goes before Stannis. Stannis is like, hey, man, like, where does he go?
Want to be a lord?
Exactly.
Think about it.
You could be the Lord of Winterfell.
Yeah.
Sign the papers right here. And Jon's like, nah, man. I swore an oath.
Yeah, I'm going to turn him down
of the Night's Watch.
I'm going to turn him down. Stannis is like, hey, I can give you this timeshare in Winterfell. Sweet deal.
As tempting as that is, my lord, I swore an oath to the gods.
For the old gods.
Old gods.
And
so he goes...
He's going to turn down this offer to basically be instated as a Stark because Stannis has that power, he's saying.
Right. And so he has an aside with Sam, and Sam's like, why don't you take it? And he's like, because if I swore an oath, I'm not going to make a good leader if I just completely...
If I break this oath just for the sake of becoming a Stark now and being a leader, what kind of... How will anyone take me seriously?
Exactly.
I made a promise, Sam.
A promise.
A promise.
No, he made a promise to
No,
Frodo.
he is Sam. Sam made the promise.
Jon Snow's talking to Sam.
Yeah. It's very confusing.
It is.
So basically, Sam takes
Jon
that...
Snow's like, am I Frodo? Or what's happening?
Sam sees that as, like, inspiration because now they're going to have a vote who's going to be the head.
Sam's
right?
like, thank you, John. I just realized I have testicles now.
Right. What's the position?
And I have something to say.
What's the position they're voting on?
Lord Commander.
Lord Commander. There you go. So Alistair Thorne...
Secretary of the Treasury of the Fan Club for...
The Thin Club?
Of the Thin Club. First meeting of the Thin Club is now in order. Grab your arms and legs.
Who are the candidates?
I need-
Alistair Thorne?
Some guy.
Some other guy?
Some old guy. It's been there since he was a little
And
boy.
Johnny Snow.
Johnny Snow. Sam
I like
does a
their
speech.
voting system.
Yeah, with the little chips
That
and
would have
stuff.
come in
The
very
blind guy
handy.
counting them
That would've-
meticulously.
Yeah, let's have the blind guy count the votes. I like how...
It's written down.
Lord Snow wins. I wasn't even nominated.
You should have voted
Congratulations.
I'm not even here right now. I'm in a cave waiting for Egret's ghost to come back and bang me.
I'm on the line for the privy.
You were blind the whole time. Yeah.
Shocking
Duh.
twist. I like the system of voting where they use like these different slotted tiles.
It's like a little toddler's play set.
That would have come in very handy in the 2000 elections, I think.
Exactly.
So,
No
yeah.
hanging chads.
No hanging chads.
Why not like marbles?
How would that work?
How is the marbles work?
Red, blue, yellow marbles.
Yeah, but so what are you sliding them on to
just
count
putting
them?
them in the bag and then you count each color.
But this is like a way so they don't fall all over the place.
So everyone needs...
Oh.
And it's like an organization. Then you can
I
see the
see.
stack. You see this stack is taller than that stack. So
maybe
therefore
it's
this person
better.
wins.
So wait, does each individual voter... They have 3 sets of the thing, right?
I guess so. I guess everybody gets
But what
a
if there's
tile.
like 5 candidates and they only have 3 sets?
Well, then maybe they're like... can't they come up with more sets? Or maybe there's never 5 candidates. Maybe there's like, no, this is ridiculous. 5 candidates? Get out of here, Bill. Nobody wants you here. Nobody.
On the bloody budget, mate!
Yeah, that's why. It's on the fucking budget, mate.
All right, so I like... What's the blind guy's name?
Maester
Aemon Targaryen.
Ivor or whatever.
Aemon?
Isn't it Aemon
Maester
Targaryen?
I have no idea.
No, Maester Qyburn is the Maester. The
guy we were just talking about. Well, I like how
he
he has the final... He has the final vote, and he votes for Jon Snow,
Yeah.
and Jon Snow is now...
But before that, I like because they're giving Janos Slint speaks on behalf of Thorne,
Yes, and then
and,
Sam has some good
and then they
little jabs.
Sam, yeah, it was making fun of Slint. He grew a pair.
Sam the
That's what I was talking
Slayer.
about. Yeah. I found Slint in the cupboard with the women and children and all this stuff he's saying. And then the guy's like, no, everyone's laughing. They know Slint's a fucking dick.
I'm surprised that guy's still around, because I honestly, in that episode, that was like the episode before the finale last season, right?
Yeah.
I thought
With, like,
that guy...
the Dark Knight music playing.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
That
dun.
was awesome.
I thought that guy just had an emotional breakdown, and he was like now going to be insane.
Or you'd think that that would have been he's just eating his own shit.
Yeah, like he went nuts.
Or I thought like that would have been like, oh my god, this guy's had it. He's like a fucking loser. He was hiding there. Get rid of him. But now he's still there. But everybody knows he's a little piece of shit. And so and then Sam gives like a nice speech and really
The
gets
kid
everybody's
nods.
blood up. The kid, that's all he does.
He just nods.
Yeah,
That's what he does.
How do you feel about this
That's his
kid?
thing.
Nods head.
Yeah.
No, I like that little thing they're doing between John and that kid, especially like
Where
last...
they nod at each other
No, it's
constantly.
like they could easily have John be like out to get this kid, but they're trying to show John as like a good person. Like he doesn't blame the kid.
Unless suddenly he kills a kid and he's like, I hated you the whole time.
The whole bloody time.
I hated you the whole time.
It was always in the budget to kill you, kid nodder.
Not this. Cuts his head off.
Right. That's the finale.
Anyway, yeah, John wins.
Season closer.
Series closer.
All right. So that's it.
Now Jon Snow's the Lord Commander. How do you feel about that, boss? How'd that make
Hey.
you feel?
Good job, Johnny Snow.
See, it was so much cooler in the book. Because Jon Snow is just a better character in the book.
It is.
He's just kind of whiny and mopey here, and Jon Snow was
I
definitely
gotta say,
a fan favorite when,
He has
in
no
the book
affect.
series.
I like him more this season and the past 2 episodes of last season more than from the beginning. He's growing on me more.
Yeah.
I still don't think he's like the best choice for the role, but
No, I agree.
yeah. All right. Any thoughts? Final thoughts?
Boss, we don't need his final thoughts because he was going to screw something up for us.
The wall bores me a little.
The wall bores you?
So you were not interested in this at
How
all?
does this episode end?
With Daenerys, we talked about it already, with the dragon
yeah?
showing up, yeah.
Well, let's see.
Well, yeah,
what
Daenerys,
happens?
she sees Drogon and, you know,
And
she
Drogon
almost
starts-
touches him.
He starts shitting on the city.
Okay.
He had a dragon erection,
The dragon lipstick was out.
spewing his seed all over Marine. It was disgusting.
Dragon semen must be worth a lot of money, though.
Do you think it's flaming? Like
Where'd
if
100 go, that?
if a dragon comes,
Dragon G's?
you think a dragon cum is like,
No.
No, because wouldn't he kill his mate?
Yeah.
But
Wouldn't
it's
he
a
kill-
dragon.
Wouldn't he kill his sperm?
aren't they immune to fire?
Are they? Oh, yeah, I
Well,
guess.
Daenerys
dragons
is immune
kill
to
his
fire.
sperm.
The inside of them is immune?
No, they have flaming
So the
sperm.
females, in the inside of her, like by her uterus, is...
I don't think so, Oxnard.
Where are you getting
Not
this
in this
flaming
fantasy
sperm?
world.
From my dreams.
What a wacko. What a quack.
I'll be honest, this episode, I thought it was good, but then I saw the next 3.
The next
Two-
3?
two.
You saw the next 3 episodes?
Only 4 were
Oh,
leaked.
2. Sorry.
How many episodes have you? He's like 3
I
seasons
forgot
ahead.
this was the second episode.
He actually wrote one of the episodes in this season.
He's in this episode.
He's been hiding this success from us.
After I saw this, I was just excited about Bronn and Jamie. What was going to happen with them, and I really liked the fight scene with Brienne. That was good.
That was good. That was some nasty stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of women like taking charge. It's good.
And the Drogon thing was cool, too.
I'm surprised that Oxnard said it was good because before we started recording, he was like, I don't like all this women in power business. What's up with
that's
that?
true.
Put him in the kitchen, I say.
But
That's an Oxnard
on
quote.
mic, I am
don't think-
PC awesome.
Yeah.
PC king right here.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Well,
Well, I think that wraps it up. We read
that's
your
about
comments.
it for this episode.
Leave your comments. We'll do a spoiler-ish episode in the future. Yeah, I guess that'll just be us talking about the books because now the show.
Yeah, we should do it before this season ends, though.
Let's plan it for after episode 4.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be a good time. Yeah.
I bet this voting session just reeked of man sweat. It's probably gross.
The whole place is probably
Yeah, all of Westeros.
Sam's probably
Outside,
the
you gotta
worst
breathe.
offender.
Oh yeah, because he's wearing like that thermal tunic. It's all like
Plus, he
patched
can't
looking.
clean. He probably doesn't clean
Thermal
under the
tunic.
fold.
That's what it looks like. It looks like almost like a
that what it's
thermal coat that we sell now, like a puffy one.
Gore-Tex?
Yeah, like yes, like a Gore-Tex. It looks similar.
You like saying that, don't you? Gore-Tex.
Sam's probably the worst one because these guys don't bathe often, and even when
He
they
just
do,
never opens his
he's
coat
got
up.
more to bathe.
But in there,
man.
things are happening.
He's got some serious Fremunda cheese.
Oh, God. That's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
It's gross.
Aemon Targaryen in that shot where they're just putting the tiles up. They're like, "Sir, you shit your pants again."
I smell it. I'm not blind
I'm
of smell.
blind, but I can feel.
Oh, my other senses are heightened because of my blindness.
The shit is extra slimy.
All right, that's
All right.
about it, right?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. I'm Oxnard.
Dexter,
Balls.
goodbye.